In the dead of night, a flotilla of 18 small British vessels sailed directly into the jaws of the most heavily defended port in Nazi-occupied Europe. Their mission was not to land an army, but to deliver a single massive explosive charge by ramming a destroyer into a dry dock gate. This was Operation Chariot, a 612-man suicide raid on Saint-Nazaire. By early 1942, the German battleship Tirpitz, sister ship to the Bismarck, posed an existential threat to Allied Atlantic convoys. The only dry dock on the Atlantic coast large enough to repair her was the Normandy dock at Saint-Nazaire, France. The British Admiralty approved an audacious plan: destroy the dock's massive southern caisson, rendering it useless. The raid was assigned to combined operations led by Commander Robert Ryder, with Lieutenant Colonel Charles Newman commanding the Commando force. The centerpiece was the obsolete destroyer HMS Campbeltown. Stripped of non-essential weight, her 3 funnels were cut to resemble a German Mu-class torpedo boat. Her bow was packed with 4.5 tons of high-explosive amytal, contained in 24 depth charges cemented behind a steel bulkhead set on delayed-action fuses. The force, consisting of Campbeltown and 18 motor launches and motor torpedo boats, crossed the channel on March 27, 1942. At 1:34 hours on March 28, they entered the Loire estuary. The ruse worked initially, but German shore batteries soon opened fire with devastating accuracy. 20mm and 40mm flak guns, along with 75mm and 88mm artillery, raked the small craft. Campbeltown, under heavy fire, made her final run. At 1:34, she struck the southern cane of the Normandy dock at 19 knots, embedding her bow 33 feet into the structure. Commandos from No. 2 Commando stormed ashore from the destroyer and accompanying launches, tasked with destroying pump houses and winding mechanisms. Fierce close-quarters combat erupted along the quays. The withdrawal plan collapsed as German fire sank or disabled most of the motor launches. With no escape by sea, the surviving commandos attempted to fight their way out through the town. Most were killed or captured. At 10:35 hours that morning, the delayed action fuses in Campbeltown's bow detonated. The colossal explosion utterly destroyed the dry dock caisson and killed hundreds of German personnel gathered to inspect the ship. The dock was rendered inoperable for the remainder of the war. Of the 612 raiders, only 228 returned to Britain. 169 were killed and 215 taken prisoner. The raid was an overwhelming tactical success with a staggering human cost. It eliminated the only Atlantic repair facility for the Tirpitz, confining her to Norwegian fjords, where she was eventually destroyed by air attack. 5 Victoria Crosses were awarded for the action. Operation Chariot entered military history as the greatest raid of all, a testament to the sheer audacity of using a warship as a guided missile and the extraordinary courage of the men who sailed her into the heart of the enemy's fortress.